Okay, everyone, I think this is where we left off, where I was showing you this that I received from a swap, and she had cards in it, I think, and stuff, tags, and now it's empty, and I just keep it on display, and I might move it from where it is because it's in the back and I can't see it. Down here's a box where I keep hangers and stuff from my homemade Clip It Up and that other spinner that I showed you in the other video. And over there is my big huge stapler, and down here this black bookshelf is, again, I got that from my daughter who didn't need it, and this is kind of a catch-all for now. There's leftover page kits that didn't fit on the end cap from the other video, and there's some of those iris boxes that are empty that we need to fill. Probably put page kits in those like we normally do. And then I've got shopping bags that I don't think I've emptied out yet. Oh no, that one, that's my daughter's 7 Gypsies tray that she's working on right down here. Right, where's my finger? Right there. But anyways, a lot of this has works in progress. Now we're going to come over here. We're approaching the work table. This is the side of that bookshelf and that white shelf unit. I got those 2 little metal pocket thingies from a yard sale. And the bottom one has pens and pencils that I can just easily reach over for. And there's that spinner with my Ranger products. Okay, we'll come around this way, and let's go up here. Here's that box with all the cards. That's every card I've gotten with my swap items. Down here are some, I think they're Prima flowers in the, they came in a set, I think, like that. And then my family of turtles, they're all made out of shells that my daughter gave me when she was away on vacation. So that's my family of shells. There's that spinner. And then we go down, and all of these little boxes have my tools that I use. Like right in there, there's a date stamp and my distressor tool that I just bought, and my the eraser, my glue eraser, and God knows what else is in there. There's little sandpaper thingies, that's there, and in this one on my foam goes on these things. So these are, that's what that box is filled with, and this should be over in this one. And some more tools. This gets rid of glitter, static free, and this is a foam for your push pins, you know, if you have to punch holes in your projects. This is the same thing. Another eraser, oddball pens, embossing pen. This is a, you know what I mean, piercer tool. So I keep those all within reach. Okay, that goes up there, and then I have the acrylic blocks, my embossing stamp pad, and a paint down here. This is page maps. It's a pocket version of ideas, quotes. This book is quotes. This has other tools. So this whole thing is tools. Here are my adhesives. Okay, a smaller staple, my X size, that, what do they call it, the glue, you know what I'm saying. And as we go around, here is things I haven't put away yet. When we went to Red Sox game last year. Yes, I'm a Red Sox fan. Go Red Sox. Little beach chair, bought it at a dollar store. Or actually it came with something I got, so I set my baseball on it. This is a project that we made with Tim Holtz when I went to see him back in May, and that's called Heart and Soul, and it was a fantastic project, wicked easy, loved it, great time, and that's the book that he signed. That's his newest one, and this is my art light, way in the back there. See that shelf in the back? That's all my extra clutter. Those are my extra storage items. And there's the oil tank. Those are all my extra storage items that I just stick over there. There's just everything, and it's my art light. Oh, there's the water heater. And pewter items, candlestick holder, I just stick some leftover things. My clock, here's my ceramic purse at a yard sale that holds scissors and other tools, jewelry, there's tweezers, and an X-Acto knife, and a paper piercer, and all kinds of thingies. And there's my Wishnick doll that I've had since I was like 10 years old. And over here are Brad's, the Tower of Eyelets. Not Brad's eyelets, what I want to say. And that has got Fiskars, the blades. These are repurposed cans. That's a tuna fish can. I think that's canned chicken that I redid for a challenge, and I just throw like pins and whatever, oddball assortment things I can't find a home for. And there's paintbrushes. And those are my good colored pencils. And that is like a jar tin that has my rulers and my scissors. And as we come over here, there's my crocodile. Here's my mat. So if I move over this way, you'll see the desk. There's my desk. Now that ruffled skirt goes all the way around, and it is made from fabric that I have been holding on to for 21 years, 20 years. And what I did was I gathered it up and I pretty much hot glued it. I didn't feel like pulling out the sewing machine and stitching it. And I hot glued it and I velcroed it to the table. So I can take it off if I want. I can take it off if I want and change it up, or just take it off if I needed to bring the table somewhere. And then all the way around, this right here is just ribbon. It's that fabric ribbon to hide the edges. And these were all fabrics that I've used for, or was going to use for many projects. I was way back into making cloth bunnies and teddy bears, and all this fabric was going to be used to make clothes. And so I never used it, and so I made a skirt. Wicked easy. And then I didn't really hem it, I just folded it up and hot glued it. So anyways, coming back over here, that is a wooden bed tray that I bought at a thrift store for like $2. And on the top, this is an angel. She broke her flute, my daughter. She fell and she broke. And that is a teacup pin cushion from a swap several months back with stick pins. Here's the other one over here. We made two. We got two. That's the other one. This is a cigar box from a recent swap, and I love it. So I have this on display. Oh, I can't open up right now. I can't. It's hard with one hand. It's kind of sticking. The humidity and it's sticking. This is a jewelry box that I refurbished to hold pieces of lace and pretty ribbons and such. This is just a tulip planter, pot, candle. Oh, I think it's for a votive candle. And I've got some faux pearls and stick pins in there. This is a vintage sewing basket, sewing box. And back here I have two bracelets that were made by a good friend of mine. And the top one says, I love Tink. That is my daughter's. And the bottom says, love to scrap, which is mine. And she made these out of actual vintage typewriter keys. And her business is called All Keyed Up. You might be able to find it online. And that again is filled with some trim that I really, really like. Okay, so that's that table. And underneath this I have stored, it's a terracotta pot that has all my foam brushes. And right here are two old baking pans that I use for when I'm heat embossing. And I got foam gloves, just all kinds of painting stuff in there. Okay, that's looking down the other end of the table. This is my desk chair. My desk chair just has I didn't want the blacks. It's thrown over with a sheet. And then my other desk chair, this cushion came from another chair that I haven't used in years that I covered with fabric. And that just happens to be a king-size pillow sham. And I decided that that's what I was going to use for my desk chair. there's my table. And in front of my desk is another Sterilite drawer, you know, tower, drawer, whatever we want to call it. And that holds all chipboard mini album like kits. Every one of these drawers is, between me and Jacqueline, are loaded. Okay, this has got blank chipboard. I don't know what's on the back. Shaped chipboard. Get in there. I didn't glue those paper things down yet, so. And then this one. They are loaded. Loaded! And then I have a hard time closing it. They're so packed. I have to make sure they're tilted just right. I'm telling you, I got chipboard up the yin-yang. And then I just had another cloth that went to a round table, and I just stuck it on this because I don't use it anymore. So, ladies, I believe this is the end of the scrap room tour, finally, after about 7 or 8 parts, and please forgive me for that. So I figured maybe what I'll do is another pan around. So that was over in that corner where the shoe holder and everything was, the end of my desk. So I'm just going to pan around one last time so that you can see everything, in case you forgot what it might have looked at from previous videos. And then I'm involved in the Where Bloggers Create hop that's over at Karen Valentine's My Desert Cottage blog, and there are a lot of blogs. You can click on the widget that I have on my blog. You can click on the widget and go to it, and you will see so many scrap rooms, scrap spaces, and studios that'll give you so many ideas. Oh, see that post? Well, obviously the post can't be moved, but that's got my, it's got what do you call it, extension cord taped to it. There's more of my skirting. My ugly red floor. Okay, but go to that website if you want, and there's the back of my basement. It's a little way over there in the back is my daughter's old cradle, but anyways, and then my storage, my leftover storage. I got baskets and you name it, everything. It's things I want to alter. I got so much stuff. So that is it, ladies, and I appreciate you coming by to see my room, and I hope you'll stop by for different projects that I'll be working on. And thank you again for stopping by. Bye now.